Hi, I'm Dan, and welcome back to the Rock Nerd Radio Show here on YouTube. You know, I'm taking a look at all of the second wave of the X-Men 97 Marvel Legends figures, and I'm very excited because today, in 6 minutes or less, we're going to take a look at the X-Cutioner. You might not know who this character is, so let's take a look at him and see if you can learn a little bit about him and see if you like the figure.
Come geek out with us on the Rock Nerd Radio Show.
I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and tell you that the X-Cutioner has ever been a very present or well-known X-Men villain. He was around in the 90s for a little bit, tussled with Cable, Cyclops, and Nate Gray, but not really the most well-known character. The original X-Cutioner was a man named Carl Denty, who I believe was an FBI agent, who would take in weapons from mutant-related crimes. When his partner died, he took up the mantle of X-Cutioner and started seeking vigilante justice on mutants he felt weren't answering for their crimes. He would use a lot of mutant and Shi'ar weaponry that have been found at crime scenes and such to dish out his brand of justice. Something tells me the version that we're going to see in X-Men 97, assuming he's in the show because, we got a figure, is going to be a little different. As a matter of fact, the main difference is that on his belt buckle, you see FOH. And to me, that probably means Friends of Humanity, who I believe are making quite the comeback in X-Men 97. So that is something, I guess he's going to be like kind of someone working or associated with the Friends of Humanity. Looking at the paintwork on the figure, I really do like the head sculpt here. It's a very cool mask that does harken back to that original comic design. The jacket overlay is probably the thing that bothers me the most, because while it is a striking figure, it's all hard plastic, and I'm not normally a proponent for soft goods, but I feel like if it were, we'd be able to get some better movement. Like, I can't really lift his arm past this, and this piece here, this is all hard, so you can either kind of put the hand out like that, or maybe you're going to kind of toss this around the arm, which then leaves it kind of jetting out. So it's almost like this right hand, you're just going to kind of leave it almost in like a neutral pose. In terms of the long jacket, it kind of does stop his legs. They can move out, but you're not going to really get a whole lot of dynamic posing going on there. His articulation is everything you'd come to expect for Marvel Legends, with the exception of the abdomen area. He has that, I think they call it an inverted ball joint. So, this is what you're getting the movement from. And for the most part, it moves just fine. The thing I come to find is this strap here can get caught on the belt. So when you are moving him around, just be careful that you're not lifting anything, ripping plastic or anything. But it does go onto the other side, and it kind of sits better. You're not really pulling this side up as much, but he doesn't really have deep ab crunch. Like, this is as far forward as he's going to go. In terms of accessories, he has quite a few. First, he has this blaster, which when you stick it on his hand, kind of makes him look like Mega Man. But to me, this is probably something that is like a salvaged piece of Sentinel technology going off of what I know about the character. Maybe he is still having some kind of salvaged weapons for his weaponry. So you just kind of stick it on his arm. And like I said, he gets like a bit of the Mega Man look going there. Not the worst look. It doesn't snap into place, so it just kind of sits loose, but it doesn't look terrible. He has two of these staff-like weapons, as you can see. One has like an arrowhead on it. One is just, I don't know what you would call it, but like blunt force. And they have pegs on them because on his back there is a peg hole. So you can see it right there. So you could actually stick one of these on his back. The original character and figure was known to have stuff strapped to his back, so it is a place to store his weaponry. I believe in the comics these were all like Shi'ar, like battle staffs. So I think they look pretty cool. The other thing he has is this gun. And the gun, it has a peg, so you can, again, store this on his back if you'd like. I think the only thing there's no storage for is that blaster. But the gun, it looks a little spacey, a little futuristically, honestly, a little cartoony. There is this plastic cap on it, which I don't know if it actually is part of the weapon or was just there for packaging. I mean, it's hard plastic, so it almost seems like it's supposed to be there. But as you can see, there's the tip of the gun. He doesn't hold it well. The shape of the handle, I've been having trouble getting him to hold the gun well because of the shape of the handle here. So I just kind of keep it capped, and honestly, I probably won't even display him with this because I like having the stick on the back and him holding the spear, and I kind of have grown to like the Mega Man Sentinel blaster, so that looks pretty cool to me. In terms of figure comparison, here he is next to the X-Men 97 Wolverine figure, a figure that I've grown to very much like. He looks pretty cool standing next to Wolverine, and because I've already reviewed him, here is the X-Men 97 Wave 2 Magneto. Let me slide everybody over a little bit. And they don't look half bad standing with each other. X-Cutioner, he is a little hunched over, so he does have some presence on a shelf or on a space. He looks pretty good standing with the rest of these guys. So there we go, there is the X-Cutioner, and a figure that looks pretty good, but if you'll pardon the pun, the execution really wasn't there. Kind of middle of the road for me. Not the worst, but not the best. I'd love to know your thoughts about this figure. Leave a comment down below, and let me know what you think of the X-Cutioner, if you are even planning on buying him. And until next time, hey, I've been Dan, you've all been pretty awesome. Thanks for tuning in, see you around.